What if, beneath the grand halls of the U.S. Capitol, where laws are written and history is made, there lies a hidden world of secret passageways, ghostly legends, and forgotten tunnels that the public was never meant to see? Beneath the U.S. Capitol lies a labyrinth of tunnels, some built for practical reasons, others shrouded in secrecy. They carried coal, ferried senators, and perhaps even sheltered leaders during times of crisis. Over time, they became the focus of rumors, ghost stories, and speculation about hidden power. Whether ordinary passageways or secret chambers, these tunnels remain one of America's most intriguing mysteries, reminding us that even in the heart of democracy, shadows still hold secrets. Beneath the grand dome of the United States Capitol, where laws are debated and history is made, there lies a hidden world that very few people have ever seen. It is a world of tunnels, chambers, and passageways stretching silently beneath Washington, D.C., a network built not just for convenience, but wrapped in secrecy, myth, and intrigue. To understand these mysterious underground tunnels, we must step back into the history of the Capitol itself. When the Capitol was first constructed in the early 1800s, it was a symbol of the new nation's strength and ambition. But as magnificent as it looked on the outside, inside it had practical problems. The winters of Washington were cold, the summers were hot, and heating such a massive building required a lot of coal. The first tunnels dug beneath the Capitol were not glamorous. They were simple underground spaces carved out to move coal, water, and supplies. Coal wagons dumped their loads into hidden storerooms, and workers moved through the darkness, feeding giant furnaces that kept lawmakers warm. These tunnels were narrow, dirty, and dimly lit, a hidden lifeline to keep the grand halls above functioning. Yet as the decades passed and the United States grew in power, so too did the underground labyrinth. By the early 20th century, Congress had expanded with new office buildings, and lawmakers did not want to trudge outside in the rain, snow, or blistering summer heat. So new tunnels were dug to connect the Capitol to nearby offices. These passageways were different, no longer just for workers. They were built for senators and congressmen. Some were plain, but others carried something unusual. Small underground, trams, and even electric cars that transported politicians swiftly and silently beneath the ground. Imagine senators slipping away from reporters after a heated debate, vanishing into a hidden staircase, and moments later riding quietly through tunnels while the public had no idea where they had gone. These tunnels became more than just hallways. They became instruments of political strategy. But where there is secrecy, there are always rumors. By the time of the Cold War, whispers spread that the tunnels were not only convenient passageways, but also a shield against disaster. Many believed that beneath the Capitol were bunkers and fortified chambers designed to protect leaders if the unthinkable happened, if nuclear war came to American soil. Some evidence suggests that parts of the tunnels were reinforced, and some hidden areas were stocked with emergency supplies. These stories grew into legends that an entire underground government could operate in secret while the city above burned. How much of that is true remains hidden from the public, locked away behind classified documents and sealed doors. The tunnels also became the source of strange and chilling stories. Workers claimed they heard footsteps echoing in empty hallways. Guards on patrol spoke of flickering lights, doors that seemed to close by themselves, and whispers carried on the stale underground air. Some swore the tunnels were haunted by soldiers from the Civil War or by laborers who died during the Capitol's construction. Whether true or not, the eerie silence of the tunnels, their dim lighting, and their hidden nature gave life to ghostly legends that have not disappeared. At the same time, the tunnels were also tools of power. For politicians, they were a way to escape the watchful eyes of the press, to avoid angry crowds, and to meet behind closed doors without being seen. Washington, D.C. is a city of power and secrets, and nothing represents that better than a hidden passage that allows the most powerful people in the nation to move unseen. Some reports even suggest that deals shaping the future of the country were whispered in these passageways, out of reach of the public eye. Today, some parts of the tunnel network are visible to visitors. The subway system that ferries members of Congress between offices is well known and even featured on tours. But other sections remain locked away, their maps incomplete, their doors heavily guarded. What lies in those places? Some say they are empty storerooms, others believe they lead to forgotten chambers, secret bunkers, or perhaps even deeper tunnels that stretch farther than anyone admits. The truth may never be fully revealed, because in Washington, secrecy is often as important as power itself. The tunnels beneath the U.S. Capitol are not only a part of architecture, they are a part of America's hidden history. They are practical, yes, but they are also symbolic. They remind us that much of what happens in government is not always visible, that beneath the polished speeches and grand ceremonies, there is another layer, one of secrecy, shadows, and whispers. To think of the U.S. Capitol is to picture its shining dome against the sky, but beneath that dome is a labyrinth where senators, workers, and perhaps even ghosts have walked. A place where truth and myth blur together, a place that carries the weight of history in silence. And as long as those tunnels remain, locked doors and hidden passageways will continue to spark curiosity, suspicion, and wonder about what secrets lie in the shadows beneath America's seat of power.